understand which switch is the right one. So let's move on to the most amusing part of the conference.
In order to introduce Dr. Mick Donegan, that is the founder and the CEO of Special Effect, a charity dedicated to providing enhanced opportunity for people with severe physical disabilities in order to access technology for leisure, creativity, and communication. He's a reference in assistive technology, and it's really a big pleasure to me to leave the floor to Dr. Mick Donegan.
Hi, I'm checking the time because I've got a limited amount of time. I'm very, oh, sorry, yeah, clicker, thank you very much. And that's forward, the green, and back, the red, great. Yeah, hi everybody, I'm Mick Donegan from Special Effects in the UK. Thank you, Massimiliano, and thank you, Anna Chiara, for inviting me to be here, and for all of you for coming here. It's a privilege to be invited to come over to Italy. So I've got a limited amount of time, and I'm going to be going as quickly as I can, while hopefully the translator won't get in too much of a sweat while I'm doing it. Is everybody hearing the translator or hearing me? Yeah? Is that okay? If there are any problems, please say. I found that sitting at the back, there's a little bit of a crackle on my translation. So if it's crackling, then come further forward. Okay, here we go. Just ideas to share with you. How can my child play with battery toys? And Anna Chiara has already said something about this, so I'm going to be moving on. Yep, you can buy battery toys already adapted for a Switch. They're quite expensive. Or you can get a battery breaker or a battery interrupter, as we can see here. And you can put that in any battery toy, and then you just put your interrupter in, and then you can press your switch. So you can adapt lots and lots of toys like that, and it's great that Anna Chiara is going to be coordinating that project. So there you are. There's the little bit that you stick in front of the battery there, and then you just stick it at the end of your battery, and then you've got control until you press the switch. Okay, and that's where you plug the switch in. And now, how can my child progress with technology? How can my child move forward? Well, here we go. This is speaking with one switch. That's a start in communicating using technology. And basically, this is called a Big Mac with a K. And it's a one-switch speech device. And here's somebody, hopefully, the video will show her just pressing the switch, and it's saying whatever you record. So here we go.
Hello. Hello.
So basically, you record whatever you like. And it could be, good morning, everybody, or happy birthday, or tell me a joke, or what did you do today? So you can record something, and then when the child presses the switch, they can be wherever they like, and they can start a conversation. And it's the beginning of the child getting the power of communication using technology. It's a Big Mac, and yeah, with a K. Don't ask for a Big Mac without the K. Okay, sometimes it's hard to hold a switch down. So sometimes hard to hold a switch down. And here we've got Gianmarco, and he's holding the switch, but it's a little bit difficult to keep the switch pressed down.
Vai Giammo.
Attenzione!
Fai attenzione, non andare troppo forte. Bravo, 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 bravo.
Okay, so it's hard for him to hold the switch down. Now, you can get something called a latching box. And basically, you can set it so that you can either press the switch and hold it down, which is what Gianmarco's having to do, or you can press one switch, your device operates for as long as you like, you press the switch again, and it's off. Or you can set it so it goes for half a minute or a minute, you press the switch, it goes for half a minute, and then it stops until you press it again. It's great for lots of toys, not so great for a vehicle like that, because you set it for a minute and you might hit the wall, so be very careful. And this is the benefit of a latching box. It's called a latching box. So this guy is going to press the switch, and then the music is going to play. Even though he only presses it, the music carries on playing. So he's latching it onto play. And I'll just give you a quick example. This is from South Africa, I think. Can you see what I mean? You press the switch, and then it'll play as long as you like. Now, when the child presses the switch, make a big deal of it. Just pressing a switch and the toy doing something isn't always that interesting. But the child pressing a speech switch and saying, you know, would you do me a dance, please? And you dancing when they press it, that's a big deal. Or someone being outside the door, you press the switch, you come in through the door, you say, hi, Gianmarco, or whatever. So involve human beings. The toy isn't enough by itself. Big reward. I'm sure you do that already. Okay, so this is mains powered now, not just battery powered, but mains powered. And just letting you know that there's that boy that I showed you, he was controlling a radio or a radio cassette. And this is a sort of something you can put in the mains. You put a switch in, and a company called Canera.com sell these, and that means you can control something with a switch, which means hairdryer, so the child can dry their own hair. It means they can use the blender when they're cooking. Any on-off mains device you can control with a switch using this. Okay, moving on again. Yeah, controlling the computer, there are lots of ways to do it. Switches, joystick, touch, rollerball, and eye gaze. So lots and lots of different ways that might suit your child. Now, if you're using a switch and you want to access a computer, then you need an interface box, and this is a Hitch 2, but you need something to plug your switch into, and then something to plug the box into. Now, with a video game or with a PC, you can also use an Xbox adaptive controller as well. So there you are, that's what you plug up to 5 switches in, and you can also, with the USB, plug in a trackball or joystick. Is everybody still okay? I'm not going too quickly, hopefully. Are you okay? Yeah? Great. Okay, so I'm just giving you some examples now of some software that you might be interested in. This is Help Kids Learn from Inclusive Technology. It'll just give you a little bit of a flavor. This is an online, it's an online program. You pay, I think, about, well, I'll tell you in a second, but you pay money, and there are lots and lots of games to choose from, and there are more and more games all the time. Do any of you use Help? Have any of you seen Help Kids Learn? Yes, good. It's okay, isn't it? You know, from inclusive technology, lots of games are lots of different levels. So even if you're just a beginner, but then moving forward, it's a very good resource. So there you are. This little guy is pressing a switch, for example, to make things happen on the screen. Okay, so I'm just showing it to you. I've not recorded the sound, but obviously there's sound to go with it. So there are all these very interesting effects there. And as I say, this little girl's got a switch there. You know, sort of games like the eating sausages, and also with a trackable, there are games there, as well as being able to use touch. And I think eye gaze comes into it somewhere as well. But so in other words, a wide variety of ways in. Moving on. Yeah, loads and loads of activities, loads and loads of developmental levels. You start off very, very simply, and it can get more difficult. So have a look at that. It's inclusive.com, and it's all of the above, all of those input devices. Allows progression from cause and effect to making selections, which is the beginning of being able to communicate, use technology to communicate. So a huge number of activities. And yeah, the subscription is €110 a year. I checked with them before they came. I'm sorry, do you want me to stand here? Sorry. Yeah, okay. Sorry. Yeah, thank you. Okay, here we go. Now, this is iGaze Games. The lady from Toby, Francesca? Yeah, Francesca. Yeah, hi. Francesca's going to be showing games that we developed on for our website. We're adding to those games all the time. They're intended to be a level above these simple games, so that you can. But they're designed for eye gaze. They also work on switches and head mouse, joystick, etc. At the moment, they're online, they're free for your PC. Just go to the special iGazeGames.com, free to play, but they will also be available freely as apps later this year. So, you know, on Android and iOS, iPhones and tablets. Okay, this is what they look like. This is our iGaze games, just to give you a flavour. So this is one of the games. And this is a golf game. Okay, these are being played with iGaze, but and all you need to do with this game is the child just needs to press the switch there. All they need to do is to roll the dice, and then they can play against the rest of the family. This is designed so that, can you see what the dot there? That's where your eye is, guiding the rocket. This is Connect 4 in a row. You can play against someone as well, or you can play against the computer. Solitaire, which you're probably familiar with. And chess. And you can play games against someone else in the world with this as well. It's designed for adults as well as children, obviously. So you're looking and then moving the chess piece. And you only need to be able to press one button at a time to be able to play it. You can either select directly, or you can use an eye switch, as it were. And here's a board game, a little bit like Ludo. All you need to do is to press the switch to play it. And you can play against friends and other members of the family. The family will be using a touchscreen or mouse or whatever, and the child uses their eyes. And this is Othello. It's called Othello. Here's Sudoku for adults. And here's Sudoku for children. And there's like a free driving game as well. Where you look, the car goes. It'll go wherever you want in an open world. And also there are easier ways of doing it as well. So there's a racing line, as there is with Forza. Oh, and this is a new game that we've been working on recently. Looks a bit complicated, but it's a lot of fun. The idea is that the badger wants a good night's sleep, and you decide what weapons to use to stop the bugs coming in and waking up the badger. Here they come, and here are all the weapons set up to stop it. So it's just a variety of games that are being added to all the time. Here's Look to Learn, which is being shown, I think. Oh, no, I'm showing it. That's right. Okay, I'm showing this. Okay, this is just a little bit of an example here. You know, you just look at the different areas of the screen and you make things happen. And this is, you buy this and then you can use it. There are a range of activities. As I say, here's whatever you look at, something happens. 3, 2, 1, and away it goes. Okay, here's another example. This is showing some skills here. This is like colouring. If you want to colour in, all you need to do is look, and it'll colour in. You see the pointer there. The beak appears. Wings, you look at the wings. They appear. Look at the other wings, and look at the rest. So you're drawing pictures, and then there are lots and lots of pictures that you can colour in. Okay, and then the next picture comes along. Okay, gaze-controlled Minecraft. We've done a gaze-controlled interface to Minecraft down here, and it's you can basically, it's an ordinary Minecraft. You look at what you want to do at the bottom. So if you want to walk, if you want to fly, you make the choice at the bottom, you go back to the screen, and then you're walking or flying and deciding where you want to go, where you want to build, or where you want to knock down. So this is the simplest version with just 5 targets, and you can get up to, I think we've got the full control set, which is about 30 targets for people who are very good with eye gaze. yet again, it's free, as with all the resources from us. So yeah, iMine, and if you have, it's freely downloadable with instructions. If you want any help or advice, just get in touch with us and we'll talk you through it. Okay, it's just an example. So you select walk, and then you look at the screen again, and where you're looking, you'll go. So the person is just looking, saying, I want to go here. I want to have a look at that pig. So here we go, up to the pig. Pig has a look at you. Hello. And then you just carry on walking. So you had a look at the pig, and now you want to fly. So you looked at fly, and you go up in the air. And off you go through the air. I did this very quickly, and unfortunately, instead of landing on the land, I ended up on the water. So here I am walking on water, and then back on the land again. And now I can build. Okay, so I'll look at. I think I'm going to build. So place a block. So now I can just build. I can place blocks down and I can build. So you've got a certain amount of control. If you want full control, then the better you get, the more things you can do. Right, how can my child play video games? They can't use, your child won't be able to use an ordinary gamepad. So the Xbox Adaptive Controller, which you'll see on your stand, Auxilioteca. Yeah, oh, sorry. Yeah, you'll explain yourself in a minute. I do apologize. Yeah, okay, you'll see that in a bit. And you can plug your switches in there. You can, there you are, up to 16, I think, switches, which are the equivalent of all of the buttons on a controller, on a gamepad controller. And there you are, USB. And there you are. You can use a couple of switches to plug in, a joystick to plug in. You can use lots and lots of switches and a joystick, and 2 joysticks if you want to. And basically, what I wanted to say, this is really important, just been talking about it just now, but your child might not be able to handle those switches or a joystick. If they can handle just one switch, all you need to do is to use that one switch, and for you to do the rest on the gamepad. So if it's something like to shoot at football, or if it's to fire, if it's a gun, then all you need to do is to give a child a switch, plug your switch in the right place, and the child will be able to join in, the 2 of you. So there is no need, if you try and press a switch and you can learn, or you already know how to play a video game, that child will be able to play the game that they want, that they like. So please bear that in mind. It's called co-piloting, and you can do it with the adaptive controller. Very, very quickly. I'm trying to go as quickly as I can. There you are, gamepad, you on the gamepad, or a member of your family on the gamepad, and an adaptive controller, and there you are. This little lad's got a red gamepad, and he's playing with his brother. He's playing a racing game with his brother doing the accelerating. Okay, his brother's got the gamepad, and this little guy's got the switch there. And this just shows you what I mean, okay? This game requires all sorts of controls, forwards, backwards, etc. All Asher needs to do, his carer is doing all the controls with one controller. All Asher needs to do is to press a switch with his head, okay? So watch his head movement now. So there he goes. He presses the switch on his headrest, okay? And then he can jump. His friend's doing the steering. And then he'll press the switch. Okay, he presses the switch now, and I think he needs to press it again. Off he goes. Okay, and now he's doing the jumping from one to the next. Okay, and he's getting lots of encouragement. And what's nice is that he's able to play together with someone. They're able to do something together. It's a social activity. And off he goes, climbing up the wall. So he's able to do all of the interesting things in that game, all of the action things, just using one switch. And off he goes, sliding away. And his carer's giving him lots and lots of encouragement while he's doing it as well.
Going to press that other button. That's it, and again. Good shot. Look at all them coins we got. Yes.
Okay, and I'll try and move on from this if I may. Is that okay, if I just press the clicker to the next slide? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, great. And here's an example. You'll be seeing this in a second. This little guy, because of the adaptations already in the game, because the software is already an accessible piece of software, more accessible than other games, you can press one switch to play a racing game. And this little guy, all he's doing is pressing one switch. And I hope we've got the sound for this, because the sounds that he's making are really lovely. He's having a great time. And all he needs to do is press the switch, and the settings are making the car stay on the track. He's just pressing the switch, and that means he's pressing the accelerator. So that's with Forza, and you'll be able to see that, won't you, outside there? Okay, here we go. And right. If you want advice on all of this, everything, then please go to Game Access. Again, it's part of our website. You can get there from our website or go straight there. It has information on everything that I've said and an awful lot more. So if there's a particular type of game, particular type of device, you just search. There are far more buttons than that to search from, but you just say, my child, can press a switch or use a joystick. What games can they play? Or my child likes sports games, or my child likes football. You'll be able to see those games. There are just lots of videos, lots of information, and as well as English and some other languages, you can also translate it into Italian and a few other European languages as well. We're trying to add languages all the time. So the writing's there written. There's a setting on Google that you can use to get the videos translated as well. Okay, so yeah, Italian there, and grazie mille. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah. Have we got time for questions or not?
Eccomi, qualcuno ha qualche domanda per Mick? Any question to Mick?
Any questions or comments? Anything at all that you want to say?
In the meanwhile, thank you, Mick, for your job and for coming here. Any question? Oh?
Yeah. I hope it's not technical.
Sometimes we say that a child shouldn't see screens before the age of 3. What would you recommend in terms of video games? Is it okay to start before, or should we wait the
If the child can't see, did you say?
No, before the age of 3 years old.
I see. I'm really sorry. Yeah, really, it's up to you. If you think, the 3 is the minimum, basically, and the age 3 means to play a game yourself. This child is a child without a disability. They should be able to play this game, and it's a safe game to play. If the child has a disability, I would say at whatever age, and it's a nice game, not a violent game, but a nice game, then whatever age, get them started early as possible, realizing I've got power, I've got control. Yeah, that's really important. Get that idea in their heads. I can do this. Yeah.
Any other questions?
Yeah.
I remember there are also some stands with Mick and Nicola after the last talk. So, but if you have any question, Paolo?
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, you okay for a minute?
Paolo in inglese direttamente.
Okay. I wanted to ask something. Are we going to be able to see something where my son can play with a friend at home or with a sister? Meaning some kids with disability and kids with no disability playing together?
That's exact. Sorry. 2 things. One is a game like, we've got children who are playing a game like the Snakes and Ladders game is one, for example. We've got a game like that is already, we've had some lovely emails from parents saying that it's a lovely way for their brother and sister to play together. So because one has, you know, their turn with eye gaze, and then or a switch, and then the other has their turn using a mouse. So there's that, but also co-piloting is the other way to do it. Their sibling or their friend will need to be pretty good with a controller or playing a simple game, but that's the way to do it. And as I say, on our website, on that, gameaccess.info, you should find what you're looking, you know, a game that will hopefully engage your child then. Yeah, but you're welcome to get in touch with us. We can't help saying we can't help everybody in the world directly, but you're welcome to get in touch. Really are, and we'll do our best. Anything else? Anything else?
Anything else? Any other question? Qualche altra domanda?
Going, gone. And if there's anything else, I'll just be demonstrating afterwards. I'll just be showing you, because you know, a range of things that you can do with eye gaze. I won't be doing any assessments at all. I'm sorry, the children won't be trying it out. That requires professionals. I don't want anybody to fail today. However, there's a little girl who is already using eye gaze, and just for the cameraman, we're going to try and set up a little activity for her at the end. But I'm sorry, but I'll show you things, show you eye gaze games, show you some of these, but no assessments today, I'm afraid. I do apologize. Yeah.
The best way. So thank you, Mick.
Thank
so
you.
much.
Pleasure. No, thank you.